being very unapologetically black.
Black women, black women, black women, black women.
Black women connecting communities.
When we get together and we do it collectively, that's even more powerful.
I sit in my own truth.
We want to distribute information to our people.
We are very organized. It's going to take us to come together.
Black women connecting communities.
So I always wonder, like, do you celebrate Christmas and Kwanzaa, or you do one or the other?
Listen, that's a good question. Can you do that?
I mean, why not? Listen, I think because, first of all, after Christmas to New Year's, half the time your kids not in school, you don't work, you ain't doing nothing, no way. Half the time, I don't know. What do you do? Nothing. And the principles, I mean, you don't really have to celebrate in the way that it's set. I mean, I don't remember all of the principles, and forgive me, but it's like,
I always thought it was cool. Like, do they still do gifts, or do you just celebrate the 7 principles of it, and you don't do gifts? Because I thought
I think you do gifts on the last day, like
the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like I wasn't raised in any of that. Knowing, I don't even think I had friends that.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So I never knew. I wasn't inquisitive.
Never.
I started working to the school system, and then we started doing plays and churches, different churches I would go to would celebrate. And I was like, oh, that's mad cool. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I think the principles are cool. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me wonder, like, why we just got to wait for Kwanzaa to do it? You know what I'm saying? If you're not giving gifts, if you're not giving gifts, if I'm not giving you a gift, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it talks about unity. It talks about cooperative economics. It talks
unity. It talks about self-determination.
Yeah,
purpose. Those types of things. Like it was. So I was on my nerd thing again. You know how I am on my nerdy person. So I was looking at it because I had no clue. It's like about Kwanzaa. We, like you said, you see plays and stuff.
Yeah,
but I feel bad. I know more about damn Hanukkah than I knew Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? For real. Right. For real. Yeah. But, the guy who started it started from African Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a African tradition. It's an African American tradition. It's a Black tradition.
See, I thought it was an African tradition. And it started only in 1996?
1966.
1966.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, 1966. So it was like, oh, okay. So this is not even something that we, as a people could be like, that's not us. That's an African thing. It's supposed to be our thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Culture. Yeah.
Right. As a culture, we don't care. We don't.
So apparently it says that, and I guess the Dr. Marlena Karenga, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, introduced it as a ritual to welcome like first harvest to the home. So basically just kind of created this as a response to the commercialism of Christmas. So just created something for our culture so that we can have something, I guess, positive principles during this time.
And it's actually something we should do. And it brings it brings the community together.
Yeah.
So that's I can see how
it was. He started. So it was after the 65 watts riots. Yeah. So after that, then he started the.
Which makes sense.
Yep, absolutely, exactly. So that's like, again, he wanted to do something to bring bring the community together, and
that makes sense.
Teach, and so it's based on African principles, but the Kwanzaa itself is an African American tradition.
Interesting. So I'm just curious as far as like how many African Americans really celebrate it, and
see, they should have never created Black Friday. Then we probably would celebrate a little bit more.
Oh gosh.
That's funny.
I'm telling you, like really, that's real talk. First of all, I think that was created to eliminate the fact that that he created something to bring the African American communities together. and that was one way to deter it, because you look at them lines on Black Friday. First, you never have the right number of things that you want on sale. Mm-hmm. Line is wrapped around the building. The people act like they crazy when they going shopping on Black Friday. So I think it was something to just drop in this to just deter us away from Kwanzaa. So let's get y'all.
Let's get back to it. Let's refocus.
Let's really dive in and get back into Kwanzaa, our celebration for our community.
Yeah, because now that I know, now it makes more sense. It makes it makes a lot.
Because whenever we're trying to do something, it's always something. I mean, look at COVID. But every time we try to do something that elevates us, it's always something that
they always try to bring us down. I swear.
Exactly. Exactly. Every single time.
Oh my God.
So, well, speaking of that, so Ty, dealing with dealing with mental health is always an issue. Like they playing with our emotions.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And my all moment of Wellness Wednesday kind of mental health tidbit is definitely towards, and I've posted this on. I've been posting since Thanksgiving in regards to just some tips to kind of deal with, just that holiday anxiety, depression. It's also seasonal. It's also the season 4 seasonal depression as well. So a lot of times during this time, there's people who deal with, it's called SAD, SAD, or seasonal affective disorder, where the season just really just gets them down, So I think with all the pressure, and then the added pressure of not being able to be with your loved ones, not being able to buy that perfect gift for your child, due to your financial situation, which is also due to COVID or things like that. I think it really, it can definitely be really triggering for a lot of families, during this time and during the holiday season, especially this year. So just some things, and, to kind of really keep in mind is, understand, is first and foremost, set boundaries and just understand your limit and don't really go over that. Because I think what happens is we get that anxiety or the holiday anxiety because we're trying to accomplish so much. We're trying to appease so many people. So it's just really about, taking the moment, making sure you're taking the moments for yourself, really making sure you're having a lot of self-care moments as you're trying to care for other people during this time, because obviously this is also the season of giving. So just kind of really give to yourself as much as you're giving to others. Definitely set time aside for that, and like I said, don't overwhelm yourself with things you cannot control or things that you just don't feel in your spirit to do. Don't feel bad for not wanting to be, involved in certain things. Don't feel bad that you're not in the mood to celebrate, Christmas or Kwanzaa or anything, acknowledge that feeling that you have and just really just chill and take heed to it and figure out how you can get yourself back to the place of, happiness and just kind of a peace of mind, so to speak. Another thing is just, there's a lot of people, holidays, it brings up grief in regards to, losing family members, losing friends, and things like that. And them not being here this year. It's like, oh gosh, they were here. We celebrated last Christmas, and now they're no longer here. So this year's just been some shit. So it's just kind of like, this season, I think a lot of people who probably have never, even those that have never dealt with depression, seasonal depression or holiday depression or anything, they are dealing with it this year just because of so many obstacles and so many different things thrown at us in 2020. But the good thing about it is that we're almost to the end of 2020. So hopefully we can,
Hallelujah.
kind of, right. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so, It's almost like, the end of a horror movie. that you was just like, oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the end. So the good thing is, now is a great time to kind of focus on how you're going to jumpstart the beginning of 2021 and really keep in mind, even if we're still going through COVID, like how you going to jumpstart and just trying to think of more positive affirmations and things that kind of help boost you up. So definitely take steps to, take care of yourself. Set boundaries. Don't pressure yourself into doing anything or being around anyone. And obviously stay safe.
You know what? That's a lot of great information, Ty. And as a matter of fact, it's a lot of information for people to digest. I want to go to a break. And when we come back, we could talk about the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, because all of them kind of can work together to kind of work towards some of those things that you was talking about.
Yep.
So keep it locked right here. We're going to get into some indie music. And again, if you want to send us your music, they know where to do that at. They can send it to music@wilduradio.net. That's it. Ow, MP3s, thank you. All right, we'll be right back.
You and I, all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I, all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I, all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I, all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger.
You are now tuned into WildURadio.net. Indie media for the indie spirit. Get wrapped up in 24/7 indie music. Wild Radio.
Fathers and mothers, lift up our children, fight for answer. He's got the answer. Gotta be patient. Brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, fight till the end. Gotta be patient, fight for each other, fight till the end.
Hey y'all, welcome back to BWCC right here on Wild Radio, and you were just listening to Joe Robb with Wake Up. And I really think that was a fitting song because in these times we all have to keep our heads up, especially as parents. And I think there was a message in there for us, or maybe I'm the one that received it as a parent, that we just got to step up, during this pandemic. We just kind of got to step up in different ways. We have to be a community. That's something that we mentioned before. So I think that song was very, very fitting. So, in getting back with our topic of Kwanzaa. Oh, by the way, Ty, that was great. That mental health moment, I think we all needed that. I needed it.
Thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but I needed that. I'm going to be listening to that part over and over again during the holidays.
Say no.
So, as you guys mentioned earlier, in the last segment, we were talking about Kwanzaa and that it has 7 core principles. So I'm just going to start it off with the first principle, which is umoja, which means unity. And that's just basically in what I was just saying with the song, to be unified, with your family, with your community, with others. Umoja. We all need to practice that just in general, beyond Kwanzaa. That's just the way I feel.
True. I agree. And the second principle is kujijakuya, and hopefully I'm saying that right. Self-determination is what it means, and it's to define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves, which actually kind of really aligns with getting, to me, it just means, getting yourself focused and, getting ready to accomplish the new year that's coming.
Indeed. Okay, I'll take the next one. So the next one is Ujima, which is collective work and responsibility, and that is to build and maintain our community together and make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and solve them together. And that is interesting. This is so funny. Okay, I'm not even going to... me and Carib are in a accountability group, and this is something that goes right along with that. We work together, we talk to each other, we build together. It's like we solve each other's problems, basically. We address whatever needs and we fill in where we can. So that's very interesting. So yeah, collective work.
Cool. I'll take the next one. Ujama. Mm-hmm. Don't quote me if I spelled, the pronunciation wasn't quite right, but it's cooperative economics to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. And that's funny because we talked about that on our very first segment, which is actually collective economics, right, Miss Chris? So yes, let's do that. Cooperative economics.
So I'm just going to say this real quick. I think we all getting the right ones, and we're not even doing them in the order. Like, we didn't pick the order we were going to say this. That's why it's funny, because my favorite number is 5, and then what I'm about to read totally applies to life. So number 5 is Nia, which is purpose. So that is basically to make our collective vocation on building and developing our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. And that is what BWCC is about. That's what BIMC is about. So I just feel like that is so fitting, and that's a message for the ladies. For
yes, very fitting. Yes. Very fitting.
Especially, this being our last episode.
Yeah,
we got some good things coming for next year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're ending this year off right.
Well, we're celebrating Kwanzaa right now amongst us. This is what I'm talking about.
All right.
Pre-Kwanzaa.
All right.
So the next, and Ty, you made such a great point, because this next one, the 6th one, is Kumba, which is creativity. And this one is to always do as much as we can in the way we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. And creativity is that does touch home for me, just because I work in a creative environment all the time. That's my livelihood, and I'm actually starting back to, get into that, just the side part of it. So that's interesting that I did get that one, because my creative juices have been really trying to flow lately. So I'm
yes,
grateful.
That's good.
I'm grateful I still have them.
So this one is me all day, y'all.
No,
Pastor B, Amani, Faith.
Oh, come on now.
Right?
Go.
Right? To believe with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteous, and the victory of our struggle.
Yes.
Yes. That is on time.
That's me
time.
all day. Faith is on 1,000.
And you're always representing that, Boogie, with your positive quotes that you post on Facebook and Instagram. You're always representing that.
Yeah, little spiritual nuggets.
So now that we've kind of like announced the principles, are you guys do you think you're going to practice it this year? So do you have to like light a candle for each day or something?
Yeah.
And like just kind of say it out loud and explain like how you're going to use that principle for I'm just curious like how people celebrate this. I'm pretty sure people do it differently.
Because when they light each candle that they light, they do give an explanation of how they're going to move forward with each principle. How they're gonna, what they're gonna do in order to move forward with the principle that they've given and the candle that they lit for that day. So yeah.
And also, you guys know what the candles represent, right?
Ancestors.
The ancestors, the sun's power that provides us with the light to guide us. All that.
Just I don't know. This is actually kind of motivating me to possibly just practice this with my son this year. I don't know why.
I'm saying. Just even if you just got the setup with the candles.
Where you get the candles from?
Girl, you don't get the candles from Walmart.
Get like an African.
I think you can get it from anywhere, because you have to have 3 red candles, 3 green candles, and 1 black candle.
Oh, okay.
But I
want that whole little setup she got right here.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I want the wood. I want the wood holder and all that.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think the candle holder is called a Kinara.
Yes, a Kinara. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So is that our CTA?
Yes, actually.
Yes,
it is.
to try to do Kwanzaa.
Yep.
Seriously. In some form or fashion, create a new tradition. Like at the end of the day, I think the principles are what matter. Like, and if we're teaching this to our kids, just even that ritual, they will remember that. I know my son will. This boy remembers,
especially at the ages that they are now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is a good way to that's something to talk about at Christmas. Like, so we're gonna start. That was something to talk about actually this Christmas. Celebrate Christmas, introducing it and telling them what the purpose of it is, and
it's every day.
Absolutely, because doesn't it start on December 26th?
Yeah,
so
6th through the 1st, right?
26th through the 1st. Yep.
26th.
So they do about you don't have to change your life. You ain't got to eat. You don't have to become a vegan. You don't have to pray to Islam or nothing. That
and see that was that's how we educate.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
That was my understanding, that you had to do all that, like you don't eat after 6 or don't eat till noon or something.
That part.
I thought all of that came.
But we don't do everything we're supposed to do for Christmas, so I'm not going to do everything else.
Right. I think it's the intention and the thought behind it, and and that's why they list all of those 7 principles. So I kind of feel like as long as you're doing that in some type of way, it may not be traditional Kwanzaa, you're not following it exactly, but at least if you try to at least make the effort to follow, follow those principles or talk about those principles, even talk about it with your family,
have a discussion about it.
I guess what I really like is like when it talks about the gifts. So like on the 7th day, you do like the gifts. And the gifts are, it's totally different than what you give for Christmas. It's more like they say it's better to like do handmade gifts or something just to kind of
because it comes from the heart.
Yeah, to encourage the growth and success and just things that you've pretty much tried to practice those 6 previous days that you talked about.
Your purpose, all of that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
And that'd be so cool for my son. Listen, if I say, listen, we're going to do a 7-day activity where each day we do, and on the last day, we're going to give each other projects, handmade projects. My son,
that's motivation for them.
He loves to color and draw and do stuff like that. That would, he would be like, yeah, so what we doing?
Well, he got it, honestly.
I need him to come in and encourage my child.
He don't do his work now. He doesn't do his schoolwork, so.
But the way Chris introduced it, like that, I think that'll be something that they would.
Yeah, I do like that. The way I do like that idea of introducing it, like you just said, Chris. I really like that, because it is kind of like a project, so to speak.
Yeah,
a family project at that.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Because as parents, we have to give our kids something.
We do.
Yeah.
You have to give them. Different things to think about instead of just gifts and Black Friday.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna take a little break and wrap this up. This has been great though. Oh my God, that was right on time. That's how the energy be flowing. That's the good energy. We want to keep that.
Yeah.
We want to keep that same energy, and we're gonna keep that same energy when we come back from this break. It'll be a real quick break, and then we're gonna wrap up the show because this is pretty much the end. We've been on for a long time.
Yep. The shows go by so fast, and this is the last show for this season. Actually.
Whoa.
So stay tuned right here on Wild Radio. Right here, Black Women Connecting Community.
The wicked keep us divided, take the truth and they hide it. But we're stronger united, survive it. We gotta keep the same energy. 365, self-determination, help our ancestors survive so we can live on and thrive. It's a collective, all my people connected. If we can share a problem, we should be sharing a blessing. Same energy, all year long. Build your own, get the bag. It's our theme song, keep on. We gotta maintain our greatness. Our work will strengthen the prayers. Work in the purpose and stay creative. We gotta keep the same energy. Let me be clear, 365 plus 1 on a leap year. We wouldn't be here without the God that live beside us. Keep faith in us cause we got the power. We gotta keep the same energy. This ain't a show. Live the principles essential for continual growth. Let them know,
Every day, all day, for my people always.
365, 365.
Every day, all day, for my people always.
365. This is more than just a holiday. Action steps for my folks trying to find a way so we can move forward together in a smarter way. Time to break chains, we ain't waiting for them to ride away. Had a talk today with my man who came from the heart. He been about the business forever doing his part. I asked him how we fix all our issues and his remark, I ain't got all the answers, but Kwanzaa's a good start. Heard his words and discussed it. Now that we on the subject, 7 days ain't gon' cut it. We gotta keep the same energy. 365 because we changed the world, but changing how we live in our lives. This for the babies, this for destiny get reverend. Pass on what you giving. Losing the confusion's a win when we gotta keep the same energy. From start to finish, about our business for the people, by the people. Don't let them decide our limits. Let's go.
Every day, all day, for my people always.
365, 365.
Every day, all day, for my people always.
365. Build your own, get the bag, lift the people up. Build your own, lift the bag, lift the people up. Said you damn, yeah, but you ain't gone deep enough. Build your own, get the bag, lift the people up. Build your own, get the bag, lift the people up. Build your own, lift the bag, lift the people up. Said you damn, yeah, but you ain't gone deep enough. Build your own, get the bag, lift the people up.
Every day, all day, for my people always.
365,
we can do it our way. Every day, all day, for my people always.
365,
we can do it our
365.
You have tuned into Black Women Connecting Communities, powered by WOW Radio. Check us out at www.facebook.com/BLK Women CC. Remember, visionaries in power.
Welcome back to BWCC. We were listening to an indie artist, and guess what, y'all? You could tune in and listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Apple. You can listen to us on iHeart. So no excuse. I need you to go to the website, www.wowuradio.net, and check out our show and share, like, share again, right?
And then
so
like it again.
Please, now that we're back, we had our discussion about the traditions of Kwanzaa and Christmas. We all know that we're coming to the end of the year and the end of 2020. So we know that when 2020 started, that we just had all these wonderful visions of what the year is going to look like. Who knew that COVID-19 was going to turn our world upside down? So really thinking throughout the whole year, what are your thoughts when it comes towards the end of this year? Are you ready for it to go? Do you still see some more blessings coming because there's still some more days in December? Or are you like, I am over 2020? Like I didn't even want to see that hour come back because I'm over 2020. So how y'all feel about, what are your thoughts of the end of the year?
So, I'm definitely ready for this year to be over with. This year has been crazy, and I definitely feel blessed that I haven't endured a lot of pain and just problems and things as other people have. And I think that that's what this year has really taught many people, it's just survival and just how to be thankful and grateful for what you have. And I think that that is something that I look forward to bringing into the new year, just kind of that extra boost of, okay, don't take life for granted. Don't, definitely live and do what you want to do and do what you need to do to be happy. Right. So yeah, I'm definitely over this year though, for sure. And hopefully, like I said, I'm not going to boost 2021 because I don't want no upsets. But,
right.
Yeah, we don't want to give them too much credit now.
Exactly. Miss Chris, what you think?
Oh, Lord. I mean, 2020 has been a crazy year. It was supposed to be the year, all that blah, blah. It was a year, okay, but it definitely was not the year. I said it was just a year of, for as many highs, there were a lot of lows. Like, contrary to Ty, I lost a few people like this year, but I also gained a lot of stuff. I mean, I got fired, but then I also gained some new things. It was like 2020 was just real crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like over it. I'm just done with it. We got I don't know how many more days, and I can't wait. But like, I don't think we're gonna have that same issue of writing 2020. It's gonna be 2021. I'm gonna know what year it is. I'm gonna know it's not that. But the fact that we're still gonna have COVID, so we still gonna have COVID. So I just think that we just need a fresh start because I'm over it. Over it. Just be happy to say something new besides 2020. Karib, what about you?
Woohoo, it's over. That was my main statement. But back to what Ty was saying, I'm not gonna just like hype 2021 either, but I'm definitely glad this year's over. But I'm also now, because I was not before, now I'm appreciative of some of the things I went through in 2020. Because it really made me reevaluate myself, my interaction with my children, how I do self-care. I can keep going. For me, it really just put a highlight on those things that I just needed to really focus on. Not that I wasn't necessarily doing it before, but like, no, you really need to do this.
Yeah, I think 2020 did that for everything. It unveiled everything for everybody. This country, people personally. Like the curtain was drawn back. If you didn't know this country was still a racist country,
know now.
You know, if you didn't know now, you know.
All the darkness came to light.
That part.
All of it.
Which is true. And I just think that God knows how to put a pause button. He knows how to push the pause button. Because when we give glory and praise to people, to the things that he created instead, then that's when it's like, okay, I need y'all to understand the message that I'm trying to get out there. I need y'all to focus on me. Remember me? Remember the one who has created all of this and can shut it down at any given moment. I think it just gave us a lot of being grateful, humbling ourselves, revealing ourselves. Because sometimes we get so caught up and busy that we forget who we really actually are. When sometimes we just, as mothers, we forget to take care of ourselves because we're so busy being nurturers for everybody else. And it just really made people just band together. I mean, look at the voting. Like, people came out and voted. You know, people are really paying attention to the political piece of it, of being aware of a lot of things that they never really thought about before. So it just gave us it was really actually a year of vision, you know, to open up our eyes to a lot of things that we were wearing blinders to.
Definitely agree with that. You said it spot on, Pastor Boogie.
Spot on.
I mean, with that's when you just say, you know, Happy New Year.
Just like the way you said it too. Happy New Year.
See you in 2021, you know. We are taking a slight break, you know, wrapping up season 1. Of course, this is the last episode for 2020 and last episode for the first season of Black Women Connected Communities. We want to thank everyone for coming along this journey with us. You know, want to thank Carib. Yes, thank you, Carib, for bringing us together for this first season.
Thank y'all for coming with me. What you do it by myself.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
Yes.
Dream work, and I look forward to all of the things as far as like, you know, looking forward to the great things that we have planned for 2021 with this group of ladies in the community that we have. So with that being said, make sure you go back and check out the full season. It's all on wowuradio.net. And again, like Pastor Boogie said at the beginning, you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Music. You can find us on, what was the other one you said?
iHeartRadio.
That's the one. iHeartRadio. All of that. And the ones you don't know. So you can just find us.
Yep.
And we'll be there. Okay. So
look and you'll find us.
Right. Look and you'll find. So you have plenty of time to catch up. In the meantime, just check us out. Follow us.
And just know, if you know anything about us, we're not going to be all the way gone. You may see some new things popping up. You're going to see us saying stuff. Just know that. Just follow us on social media. BLK Women CC. Just in case you didn't know.
Yes, indie artists. We look for
Twitter,
indie artists.
Instagram and Facebook. Go ahead, Boogie. Sorry.
No. We're looking for indie artists. Yeah, indie artists. Come on, let's hear it. It's been a creative year, so let's get that in.
Yep.
Us. Where do we go? Where do we go to send our indie music?
Music at wowuradio.net. That's music at wow, WOW, the letter U, radio.net. Please, you guys, submit clean music, radio edited music. If you're real, I'm not going to say that. If you know what you're doing, you submit raw music, clean music, and some acapellas. I'm just putting that out there for those indie artists that want to take this seriously. Just saying.
Yes, honey.
Submit it all.
Yes, Acapulco, right, Miss Chris? Acapulco.
That's a real
edited
good
music
tip right there.
for us.
That's a real good tip.
All right, ladies. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa, yes.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Right.
Happy holidays.
Yay.
All right.
Season's greetings. Merry Christmas. All the good stuff.
Right. We'll see y'all next year. We have a lot to give, to show. Just keep a lookout. Visionaries in power, y'all.
Woo.
Substantial Marcus D. Masters of the artistry.
Family, community, culture, life. Family, community, culture, life.
We celebrate a week long, gonna get our eat on. Many things we'll speak on, elevate minds. And spirit is the reason that we gotta keep on. Cause it's the season, the congregation. Headed to my man crib where the whole fam is. Together we banded, since the days are old. Families expanded, gave our parents grandkids, unified we're standing. Reaching our goals, elders, children, my peers in the building. To those no longer living, we say Ashe. Pouring libations, peaceful faces, soulful vibrations made my day. Talk about the tomorrows, life with less sorrow. A place where all folks value our lives. Fam and my next of kin, chilling, no flexing. Counting our blessings, watching our wives do the same. It's all about family, it's all about community. It's all about culture, it's all about life. It's all about family, it's all about community. It's all about culture, it's all about life. We celebrate family, we celebrate community. We celebrate culture, we celebrate life. We celebrate family, we celebrate community. We celebrate culture, we celebrate life. Strengthening our bond as we thank the divine. Moving our people forward a day at a time. Speaking to our problems, making time to listen. Commemorate our past, restoring our traditions while creating new ones. For instance, to my daughter Kwanzaa is normal as Christmas. Gotta give her more if her future's to be brighter. That's my true duty as a father and provider. See her with her friends taking pride in her history. So overjoyed like witnessing victory. Seeds making crafts while we chat about progress. You be hard pressed to hear us spatting out nonsense. Watching candles burn as we count down the days. Greeting you with peace, followed by the phrase Habari Ghani, depending on the day. One of these 7 principles is what you would say. Follow me now. Umoja, Kujijakalia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, Imani, Umoja, Kujijakalia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Kuumba, Imani. It's all about family, it's all about community, it's all about culture, it's all about life. It's all about family, it's all about community, it's all about culture, it's all about life. We celebrate family, we celebrate community, we celebrate culture, we celebrate life. We celebrate family, we celebrate community, we celebrate culture, we celebrate life. I know when times get hard, we put all our faith in God. You still gotta elevate with me. Still gotta celebrate with me. Cause until we work as one, you know our work's far from done. You know you gotta elevate with me. You know you better celebrate with me. We see that times are bad, and it's got us fighting mad. I need you to elevate with me. Really need you to celebrate with me. Stand up and let's rise. Open up your mind and eyes, so you can elevate with me. I want you to celebrate with me. It's all about family, community, culture, life. Family, community, culture, life. We celebrate family, community, culture, life. Family, community, culture, life.
We are very organized. It's going to take us to come together.
Black women connecting community.
Did you know that BWCC is now streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio? Yep, that's right. Go to any of these platforms and search Black Women Connecting Communities. That's Black Women Connecting, CONNEXTING Communities. Follow us and add us to your list of favorite podcasts.